Rick Bartow is a very unique and talented artist that blends Native American and Euro styles to create very unique and special contemporary art. Rick Bartow was born on December 16, 1946. He was part of the Wyote tribe, located in California. His early life was described as a mix of two cultures, European and Native, his father being Native American while his mother was white. He described going to the powwow on Saturday and church on Sunday. Rick Bartow's life included some traumatic events. He was drafted into the Army during the Vietnam War in 1969. He managed to express his creativity even in war through music. He was discharged in 1971. Although he never saw combat, the events left him scarred, suffering from PTSD and survivor's guilt. That led him to heavy drinking. Many of his works portray animals, especially birds. This pays homage to Oregon's diverse animal population. This shows Native American influence and admiration for life. Bartow explained how most will walk right past the miracle and not even acknowledge it. But to him, the biggest miracle of all was just living and going on day to day. Rick Bartow's work is very emotional. The emotions it can produce range from happy to distressed and from playful to distressed. Rick Bartow didn't just copy what previous Native American artists had done. Rather, he brings the Native American point of view on the world and combines it with contemporary art, making something new and modern. Something unique that strikes you and stays with you. Bartow used his dark past to inspire his work. It was his therapy, as he described it, a way for him to express his deepest emotions. Thanks to this, his emotional status progressively improved, contrary to many other artists who completely fell apart for their artwork. Many of Bartow's artworks show pain and suffering. This artwork shows a person being almost taken by a dark, ominous being, representing death. This really shows the dark emotions that Bartow has inside him, the emotions he can only express through his artwork. Badass NDN 1 through NDN 3 is a series of portraits that Bartow painted depicting his fellow native artists, Darren Vigil Gray and Dan Loma Haftiwa. These portraits really show the native roots of these artists. The colors give a natural and rustic look. The necklaces and native adornments really give the artwork an authentic native look, while giving it an abstracted form. Rick Bartow is well known for his dark and gritty imagery. He does what others find uncomfortable and disturbing. This drawing, for example, shows a very vulnerable man, crying out at a blank black abyss, reaching for help. The colors used in this image reinforce his mood. The face has very little detail, but still you can see a painful expression, full of anguish. The hand reaching out as if it were trying to escape its confines. Pain and suffering were at the heart of most of his artwork. He wasn't afraid to express those painful pasts of life that most keep hidden. This straightforward approach is what I feel makes Bartow the artist that he is. Bartow has great respect for all life, including animal life. He frequently portrays animals, especially birds, in his work. Whenever the more powerful creatures, such as the dogs, coyotes, and bears appear, they are portrayed in a humanoid form. They appear almost as monsters. These works of art are all in the things you know but cannot explain gallery. Rick Bartow's Red Wing has to be my favorite work he has made. At first glance, you just see a bird with red wings. But at closer examination, you see small details like the hand marks smearing down, the cross above the bird's head, and the grayed out eyes on the bird. Small details and patterns that give you a different view or opinion on the work. It is a simple image, but it has a lot packed into it, a lot for you to interpret. Many of Bartow's works make you interpret the emotions of the subject it is showing, bringing out your true feelings and emotions in the process. In Rick Bartow's Red Wing, we see how the image is very symmetrical. There is an emphasis put directly on the bird. This is done with placement. Also, contrast, how the bird is on a white background. The bird is also showing movement, the wings moving, rising the bird in the process towards the ground. There are also smaller details like the rhythm and the handprints smeared down, the circular pattern around the bird. All of these elements of art combine to form one attractive and impactful work of art. Rick Bartow passed on April 2nd, 2016. He will not be forgotten. His legacy continues to live through his work. It will inspire people, motivate people, and help them come to grips with their emotions for years to come. Bartow truly was one very talented artist. Although not a household name, his work was extremely important and influential to the viewer.